Hi there, my name is Melina, and I will be your guide to help solving one-step equations with whole numbers. Now, this is an example of a one-step equation with whole numbers. Now, to solve this equation, you need to isolate the x. Now, if you pay attention to this lightsaber, this is the x. We first start off by drawing a line between the 6 and the 2x. This will help later on, so don't worry about that. Now look at the 2x. It is a multiplication equation. So to solve what x is, you need to use the inverse operation, which is division. Now, you divide 2 on both sides and get your answer. Now you bring down the x, and then you bring down the answer of 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And now you found x equals 3. Congratulations! Hi, it's Melina again, and today I'm here to show you how to solve one-step equations with fractions in them. Yay! Take a look at this equation. This is a one-step equation with a fraction in it, as you can see from the 2/3 x. Now to solve this, you need to draw a wall again. This will help later on, so don't worry. And try to find out what is x. But you need to first start off looking at 2/3 x. As you can see, this is a multiplication problem, and so you need to find the inverse operation, which is division. So you divide 2/3 x divided by 2/3, which you need to divide on both sides, and which gives you x. And now you divide 6 divided by 2/3, which gives you 9. And now you found x. Congratulations! Hi, it's Melina again, and today we're going to focus on something new, which is two-step equations with fractions, because no one else cares about one-step equations with whole numbers or anything else like that. Now to start off, here's an example of a two-step equation with a fraction in it. As you can see here, this is a two-step equation with a fraction in it. As you can see, there's two numbers instead of one, and this time it's a fraction. See? Now, the way to solve this is to draw a wall again, and then solve the number without the fraction, which is 2. And so, you see that this is a whole number, which is not a negative number or anything else like that. And so since this is a whole number, we need to use the inverse operation of 2. And so what you want to do is to subtract 2 on both sides, which since 2 subtraction is the inverse operation of adding 2. And so you get 0, and then you bring that down, and then you get 4, and then you also bring that down. But then all you have left is the 3x and the 4. And since there's nothing else in there, there's nothing else left. There is something else left to do. Since, as you can see, this is another multiplication problem. And we also need to use the inverse operation on this. And so we divide 2/3 divided by 2/3 x. And so we begin to divide 2/3 divided by 3, and which gives you 6. And so you go in this side, you bring down x, and that gives you the answer, x equals 6. And now you found x equals 6. Yay! Hi, it's Melina again. Yes, I'm still alive. And today, I'm here to show you something else new, which is multiple step equations with whole numbers. Here is an example of a multiple step equation with whole numbers. And I already know what you're saying. Oh, what can we do? This is so complicated. It has parentheses, another number. Oh, it's so big. In other words, what you're actually saying is, what can we use to solve this? Well, my friend, we'll need to be using the distributive property, which works for all order of operations: addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. And so to solve this, you need to multiply 3 times 2x, and then 3 times 2, and which gives you 6x, and then also 6. And then you turn this into the equation like said. And so since 3 times 2 equals 6, you also bring down and so you bring down the x. And since there's a plus symbol, you add the plus symbol as well. And also 36. And now we solve this problem by doing the exact same thing, drawing a wall, as always. And so we also do 6 minus 6, and because 6 is this 6 is a whole number, and since the additive inverse, the inverse operation is subtraction, you subtract 6 on both sides. And so this gives you 0, and then you bring down the 6x. And so 36 minus 6 gives you 30. And now all you're left with is 6x and 30. And now look at the 6x. It's another multiplication problem in which we're going to have to use the inverse operation again, which is division. So you divide 6x. You divide 6 on both sides. So this is 6x divided by 6, which gives you x. And then you divide 6 right here. 30 divided by 6, which gives you 5. And now you found x equals 5. Yay!